here we are, Paddington train station. Just got off the train at 9:20 in the morning. I think this is the first time my train's been on time in the last 6 months, which is epic. But I get on the train at 6 a.m, get into London, get filming and do my thing. So this is vlog number 2, people. Let's go back by popular demand. Let's see what we're going to get up to these next 2 days in London. On my way to Waitrose now, and Waitrose just released their food trend report. In that food trend report, there's a lot of things that we've been talking about, like unhomogenized milk is up 56% year on year. There's a lot of data in there that's really interesting. Butter growing, red meat growing over fake plant-based meat for people's health. It's good to see, it's great to see. The world is changing for the better of everybody's health, which is nice. And even in there, I saw that even the Waitrose farms are now like getting an extra milk production tank for unhomogenized milk that's going to increase their capacity by 20% next year.
Can you tell the vlog about the inside information?
Oh, we've got an inside scoop from Waitrose itself, leaked private secret information. It's not really, but the whole Jason's sourdough scandal that kicked off because they have fermented wheat flour in there. Now, the Real Bread campaign say fermented wheat flour is used as a preservative in sourdoughs to make it last a bit longer. Now, whilst that's most likely true, because it increases, the fermented wheat flour increases the propionic acid levels in the bread, which give it an extra 1 to 2 days of shelf life. Whilst it's true, elevated levels of that acid, how harmful is it to our health? I'm not really sure. I don't think it's a big deal. They've done a great job, Jason's, in cleaning up the bread aisle, so I think it's still fine. But we have this inside scoop that Waitrose #1 white sourdough bread, pre-packed, same as Jason's, doesn't have fermented wheat flour in it, which means they aren't increasing the levels of propionic acid. So if you are concerned about that, get the Waitrose sourdough. It won't last as long. You need to probably get it in the freezer like after a day so that you can just take it out and toast it. But even still, better bread technically from a sourdough perspective.
Still eat Jason's?
No, I still eat Jason's. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I haven't seen any evidence of what propionic acid can do or how bad it is. So I would 100% still eat Jason's. But if you're worried about propionic acid, Waitrose #1 or your local baker, right? Your local baker is always going to have the most natural, best sourdough. I, to be honest, mostly buy my sourdough from my local baker because it just tastes so much better. But it is a choice I make for my health, right? Like it's about £5 a loaf versus like £2.50. So you get what you pay for. It's crazy, £5 a loaf of bread. I mean, wild, but what can you do, right? It's the times we live in, and I choose to invest in my health. I don't go out, I don't drink really.
Have you made your own bread before?
I have. Do you know what? I was back in the day, I used to make bread 2015, 2016. This is early, before the sourdough trend. I didn't make sourdough, but I made almond flour bread. Recipe online, keto almond flour bread. Google it, you'll get the recipe. It's literally just ground almonds, and it's like keto bread essentially. So you're eating a little slice of nuts instead of bread. So that was when I was on my like keto, low carb vibe, really trying to get in shape. That bread was phenomenal. It was really good. So I've made that. You can do it. That's expensive because you're just buying ground almonds, so it can be like £7-8 a loaf of bread. But if you want to go hardcore low carb, that is a good recipe. So tell the vlog. The deal about meat, right, is when's it worth investing in your health versus buying potentially the cheaper, more lean cuts to make it more affordable, right? So the thing is, it depends a bit on the farming life of the animal. So first things first, like British lamb, all grass-fed. It's all on the fields. It's the simplest and easiest way to farm lamb is just to leave them in the fields. So from that perspective, you don't need to worry about investing in organic. You can buy lamb from anywhere, and I wouldn't even be worried about the quality of lamb. So always eat your British lamb. Then into beef, same thing. Whilst there will be barns where they feed them and they probably give them some soy or corn feed to fatten them up, the reality is all of them still get time in the field, so they're getting 60 to 70% grass most likely, and then a bit of a supplemental feed to fatten them up. But by and large, again, a healthier animal because it's going to have time outside. So with beef, I wouldn't necessarily invest in organic if I don't need to. But when you come over to like chicken and pork, this is where it gets interesting, because pork is terribly farmed and pigs have a very bad life, so definitely worth investing in organic pork if you can, or local pork from your local farm that you know how the animals are treated. Same thing with chicken. Obviously one of the worst factory farmed birds out there, so always buy free range organic chicken if you can. And then lastly, on the salmon, which we'll go over to in a bit, always buy wild if you can, because the way they're farmed is really bad for the fish health. They can't survive in those farm conditions, so much better to buy wild. So that's where I'd go. Don't invest in beef or lamb for organic, don't need to, save your money. Chicken, pork, fish, I absolutely would. Context is everything, right? So if you can't afford wild salmon or organic chicken, right, if that means you're going to go eat a fillet of fish or a chicken sandwich at McDonald's, and then you switch to a farmed salmon or just battery chicken, that transition for you is definitely a healthy step. So it's not to demonize all these foods, like buy what you can afford and buy whole unprocessed food. So farmed salmon would be better than filet of fish, right? So it's about steps in the right direction for where you are. But if you're on a regular basis buying farmed salmon and can afford to buy wild, I would, because that'll improve your health and give you more nutrients, more omega-3s and everything else. 26.58 per kilo. Let me just tell the vlog.
You gotta know.
You've got to know this. This is wild. Let's check this out. So, bag of Maltesers, 26.58 per kilo. So let's come over here and see what we can find. Because £26 a kilo for Maltesers. Whew, I know chocolate prices have gone up, but my goodness me, that is pricey. So when we come over here, check it out. My friend, cheeky little beef. Rump steak, £25 a kilo. So steak is officially cheaper than Maltesers.
It's crazy.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Not really. Well, supermarkets do this all the time. This butter, amazing butter, unpasteurised salt butter from Normandy. This butter, Waitrose own label. So price difference is about 60p, but the packaging, the shape, everything's exactly the same. So what the supermarket will normally do, will go to these guys and go, can you make me one in Waitrose brand, and we'll just do it a bit cheaper. And they've done exactly that. So I can't prove it. Potentially hard to say. Normally there's something that can prove it, but I can't prove it on this one. But potentially this is the same butter, just as good. Save yourself 60p. That's what they do a lot of the times. Palm oil rapeseed oil.
On our way.
On another train. Train number 1, 2, 3, 4. Train number 4 of the day. It's only lunchtime. Just checking out the headlines, but my God, they don't know how to run anything, do they? I mean, you'd think they'd know what they're doing, but it's just, it doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on, they just crap at what they do. And the country has literally got worse for so many people over the last 10, 15 years. So sad. Like, you want your best people running the country and they just don't do it. Gets me cross. You don't see me often in a blazer, but tonight I'm going for dinner with some amazing people who have built some fantastic businesses, just to talk all things tonic and how we help people more on their journey with health by making amazing products. I've got my bottle with my tonic in here, keep me hydrated on the go. That is a new flavour that's going to drop in 2026 as well, that nobody knows about. New flavour, new product, sampling and testing. So very exciting things to come still this year and next year. We're moving fast, we're trying to change the game, but we're trying to do it quickly. So yeah, that's why I'm busy, and that's why so many of you say I look tired, because I am. I think Jax fell asleep at like 11:30 last night. He had a nap in the day because he's not feeling very well. So he had a nap in the day, which he normally doesn't do, which meant he fell asleep 11:30, which meant I was awake with him till 11:30, and I got up at 5 a.m. So 5.5, 6 hours sleep, not enough. I can definitely feel it, which is why definitely making sure I look after my nutrition today to keep going, because I'll be filming all day again, doing more podcasts and then dinner in the evening, so I'll probably get to my hotel at like 10:30 tonight. I haven't booked my hotel, because I never book my hotel. I always try and get a cheap last minute deal. We're off to a bit of tortilla for lunch. Let's go in.
Searching up the wraps.
Yeah, I'm curious what they put in it. Serrano, wheat flour, water, vegetable oils in varying proportions, humectants, glucose, raising agents, emulsifier, xanthan gum, preservatives, potassium sorbate. Wow.
Guess he's not getting a wrap today.
I mean, that is, look at that ingredients list. That is the tortilla wraps. I know I say tortilla is healthier, but that wrap sucks. They could do a much better job of the wrap and make it healthier. As a one-off, it's not going to kill you, but maybe just go the burrito bowl without the wrap. I think that's what I'm going to have to do today. So after seeing the ingredients of the wrap, I'm gone for the bowl. Not as easy or as fast to eat, but actually, it's just meat, salad and veg. I ditched the rice. So I've got beans in there for the fibre and the protein. I've got beef, guacamole, the full works. I mean, that's real food for lunch. I know it's fast food, but it's still real food compared to a Tesco meal. Very good. Need my coffee after lunch to keep me going. It's a long day. This is also one of my favourite coffees in London. Part of our ritual. I don't tend to buy coffees every day. A normal day, but when it's the pod, it's a nice treat because I mean it is £4 a coffee, which is not fun, but sometimes you've got to treat yourself. We're going to the podcast studio to have Tim Biohacker on. He's the UK's leading biohacker. He knows everyone in the field from Dave Asprey to Brian Johnson, you name it, he's spoken to all of them. He's biohacked his own health because he was overweight and stressed out, burnt out, city worker, and then changed his life and looks happier, healthier for it. But we're going to get into the real story behind biohacking. Like, is it really worth the money? Is it really worth the hype? I'm someone who met Tim probably for the first time pre-COVID, went to his biohacker meetup because I was intrigued, but ended up just not getting into that world because A, I thought it was overpriced, B, I didn't know what was working, C, I thought it was overcomplicated, and it was hard enough going to the gym regularly, eating healthy food, that all the extra supplements and fucking protocols around red light therapy and all these extra things just seemed too much. But I think there's a lot of validity in what they do. So we're going to get into it in the pod and really break down what biohacking is and how you can do it simply, affordably, and for everyone. I can wear a jump.
Just switch the lights off.
Now we're going to get Lee, who's our resident in-house video editor. So he's coming into the podcast studio. He's got some exciting samples for me to pick up, which I'm very interested to see. This is a sneak peek of our new big reveal that we're going to be dropping next week, which is going to be a game changer.
How you doing?
You right?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Lee, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Lee. You can have my full name. Amazing.
Look at the style, the creative genius.
Here we
It's,
go. These
where are the
my
shoes
Puma.
from?
They're from Puma. Here we go.
Let's go upstairs. We're going into the pod. This is it. The secret package. Oh, it's heavy.
It's heavy.
So this is what we've been working up to for probably almost 2 years to get this right. This was not easy to do. We had to go across the world and test with so many different people, and we had so many failures.
Conception.
What was the conception? I mean, when I'm building a business, I just want to do everything better. I'm quite like holistic in that view. So I'm like, we want to make it max strength. We want to make it no artificial sweeteners. We want to like be innovative in how we formulate things for optimal absorption. So I'm looking at like every facet of it and like, how can we be better than what's out there? Every vitamin's in plastic. It's just in plastic, and these tubes are everywhere, just plastic. Part of the issue is we're putting too much crap in plastic that has low recycling rates, doesn't have an infinite life, so you can recycle plastic like once, maybe twice, and then it's just unusable, so it goes in the bin. It takes 1,000 years to break down, whereas this is infinitely recyclable. Oh, I've opened it upside down. And the compliance rate of recycling on this is much higher, like 70-80% of it gets recycled, whereas in plastic, I think only about 9% of plastic in the UK gets recycled. So this is the first aluminium tonic effervescent tube. Look at that little shiny bottom. It's all cold and it feels metal. This is the real deal. This is coming out now. You've seen it here first. Live reveal. And wow, damn, it looks good. It's in our new branding, all in aluminium. Look at that, those beauties. Old, Daisy, have one. You know, your smoked salmon with breast be far cheaper than beef.
Controversial, which
And that's a wrap. The pod is done. Look at this beautiful set. It's just curtains. It's so simple, but on the camera it looks phenomenal. It's great, but I mean these lights are probably expensive, but so good. Big day, supermarket content, more podcast content, and now I'm in London, so I'm away from the kids. I'm going out for dinner with some great business people. I'm going to have some great business conversation. I'm really curious to learn from them. They're great people who have done some amazing things, which is really exciting. I can't say who, sorry. But it's, yeah, I love having a business dinner and just getting into like what works for other companies. I find it so fascinating, and you know, I'm learning this way of how to build Tonic, and I don't think there's any blueprint for building a business because they're all different. So being on that learning journey is fascinating, and that's what I get to do tonight, and maybe get some good sleep because the kids aren't going to wake me up in the middle of the night, which is fantastic. So thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week as we'll do another vlog, and we'll try and keep these going every week if people enjoy them. So yeah, thanks for watching.